Imagine waking up in a city that looks like a sci-fi movie set. Every skyscraper is draped in expensive white marble, the streets are scrubbed so clean you could eat off them, and massive golden monuments dominate every intersection. But as you look around, you realize something is chillingly wrong. There are no people, no traffic, no noise, just a haunting, heavy silence. This isn't a post-apocalyptic film. This is Turkmenistan, a nation sitting on a literal ocean of wealth that has been transformed into the most bizarre, isolated, and tightly controlled hermit kingdom on the planet. While the rest of the world moved into the 21st century, Turkmenistan stayed behind, trapped in a loop of personality cults and state-sponsored madness. Today, we're going beyond the marble facades to uncover how billions of dollars in natural resources resulted in a nation of hungry ghosts. A fortress in the sand. To understand the mystery of Turkmenistan, you first have to look at its geography. Tucked away in the heart of Central Asia, it's a land defined by extremes. It's bordered by Kazakhstan, Uzbekistan, Afghanistan, Iran, and the Caspian Sea. But don't let the neighbors fool you. Turkmenistan is an island. Nearly 80% of its territory is consumed by the Karakum Desert, one of the driest and most unforgiving places on Earth. Here the sun is a weapon, and the wind carries the dust of ancient empires. For thousands of years, this was a vital artery of the Silk Road, where merchants traded spices and silk. But today, the only thing crossing these borders with ease is natural gas. Underneath those shifting sands lies the resource curse in its purest form. Turkmenistan holds roughly 13.6 trillion cubic meters of natural gas reserves, the fourth largest on the entire planet. By every economic metric, this country should be a titan of industry, a Central Asian version of Qatar or Norway. Instead, it is a place where the internet is a crime and basic survival is a daily struggle. The architect of madness, the Turkmenbashi era. The story of modern Turkmenistan begins with the collapse of the Soviet Union in 1991. While other former Soviet states struggled with the messy transition to democracy, Turkmenistan's leader, Saparmurat Niyazov, had a different plan. He didn't want a republic, he wanted a kingdom. Rebranding himself as Turkmenbashi, the father of all Turkmen, Niyazov launched a cult of personality that bordered on the divine. He didn't just rule the people, he tried to inhabit their souls. He replaced the names of months and days with the names of his family members. He banned recorded music, circus performances, and even beards. But his most powerful tool was a book called the Ruhnama. Part revisionist history, part spiritual guide, Niyazov made this book the mandatory Bible of the nation. Students were tested on it daily. To get a driver's license, you had to memorize it. He even claimed that reading it 3 times would guarantee you a spot in heaven. While he spent the nation's gas wealth building a 40-foot gold statue of himself that rotated to always face the sun, he was closing hospitals and libraries across the countryside, effectively plunging his people into a new dark age. From the dentist to the protector. When Niyazov died in 2006, there was a glimmer of hope that the madness would end. His successor, Gurbanguly Berdimuhamedov, who was Niyazov's personal dentist, promised reform. But the dentist quickly realized that absolute power was a lot more fun than dentistry. Berdimuhamedov took the eccentricities of his predecessor and dialed them up to 11. He gave himself the title Arkadog, or the Protector. State television became a 24-hour highlight reel of his supposed superhuman abilities. Viewers watched him win horse races, sometimes suspiciously, perform as a DJ, write best-selling books, and engage in high-speed rally car racing. But behind the comical propaganda lay a dark reality. While the president was busy shooting targets from a bicycle for the cameras, his government was building the City of White Marble, Ashgabat. Holding the Guinness World Record for the most white marble buildings in a single city, Ashgabat cost billions. Yet most of these buildings remain empty. They are hollow shells, monuments to vanity paid for by a population that was simultaneously experiencing a catastrophic collapse in living standards. The birth of a dynasty. In 2022, the world witnessed a rare event, a peaceful transition of power in a dictatorship. But this wasn't an election, it was a coronation. Gurbanguly retired to the role of national leader, and his son, Serdar Berdimuhamedov, took the presidency. Serdar, often described as gray and unsmiling, has maintained the iron grip of his father. This father-son duo now controls every aspect of life in Turkmenistan. It is a hereditary dictatorship where the constitution is a suggestion and the people's will is irrelevant. In every government office, the two portraits hang side by side, a constant reminder that the family's hold on the nation's wealth is absolute. Life in the invisible prison. What is it actually like to live inside this marble cage? For the average citizen, it is a masterclass in paranoia. Turkmenistan is consistently ranked as one of the least free countries on Earth, often rivaling North Korea for the bottom spot. The internet is not just censored, it's crippled. Social media platforms like YouTube, Facebook, and WhatsApp are blocked. Using a VPN is considered a high-level crime, and the Ministry of National Security uses sophisticated Chinese-made technology to track anyone attempting to bypass the firewall. But the digital prison is nothing compared to the physical one. While the elite in Ashgabat live in luxury, the rest of the country faces a desperate food crisis. Even though the state controls all the gas wealth, the local currency has collapsed on the black market. This has led to state-mandated rationing. In many villages, people wait in line for hours in the blistering desert heat just to buy their daily allowance of flour or oil. UN reports suggest that nearly 800,000 people, roughly 12% of the population, face severe food insecurity. It is a heartbreaking irony. A country that could power the world cannot feed its own children. The debt trap and the neutrality shield. You might ask, how does the regime get away with this? Why hasn't there been an uprising? The answer lies in a clever combination of geography and geopolitics. First, Turkmenistan has mastered the art of permanent neutrality. By officially refusing to join any military or political alliances, the regime avoids the scrutiny that comes with international partnerships. It's a shield that allows them to do whatever they want within their borders without interference. Second, there is the China factor. Turkmenistan has fallen into a classic debt trap. Beijing provided the billions of dollars needed to build the gas pipelines. Now a massive portion of Turkmenistan's gas exports goes straight to China just to pay off the interest on those loans. This gives China a vested interest in the regime's stability. Russia, too, plays the game, ensuring that Turkmen gas doesn't reach Europe and compete with Russian supplies. As long as the superpowers get their energy, the silence of the Turkmen people is a price they are willing to pay. The gates of hell and the empty streets. If you ever manage to get a visa, a process that is notoriously difficult, you might visit the Darvaza Gas Crater, known as the Gates of Hell. It's a massive hole in the desert that has been burning for over 50 years, a literal fire that never goes out. It is perhaps the perfect metaphor for the country, a place of immense energy and light that is being wasted, burning away into the atmosphere with nothing to show for it. Returning to Ashgabat, you'll see the door to hell's opposite, a sterile, cold city of marble. You'll see fountains that run in the middle of a desert where water is scarce and streetlights that illuminate empty avenues. It is a city designed for a king who hates his subjects. The cost of the curse. Turkmenistan is the ultimate proof that natural resources are not a guarantee of prosperity. They are a tool. In the hands of a visionary leader, gas could have built a Central Asian paradise. In the hands of the Berdimuhamedov dynasty, it has built a gilded cage. The silence you hear in Turkmenistan isn't the silence of contentment. It's the silence of a people who have been told for 3 decades that their only duty is to be grateful for the crumbs they receive. It's the silence of a generation that has never known what it feels like to speak their mind without looking over their shoulder. As we look at the golden statues and the marble towers, we have to ask, how long can a nation survive on breadlines and propaganda? History tells us that even the most reinforced cages eventually rust. But for now, Turkmenistan remains a closed chapter, a mystery wrapped in a desert, waiting for the day when its people finally get to own the wealth beneath their feet. If this look into the hermit kingdom of Central Asia opened your eyes, don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe. We travel to the parts of the world that the mainstream media ignores to bring you the stories that matter. What do you think is the most shocking part of life in Turkmenistan? Drop a comment below. I'd love to hear your thoughts. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.